friends. Welcome back. Welcome back. It's author Joe Holt with another Fireside Chat. It's a live podcast we like to do with other D-Live streamers so you can get to know them better. And also streaming in particular. So without further ado, today's special guest, YT Jake Baldwin. Aloha, friend.
Hello, guys. How are we all doing? How are you all for Joe Holt?
I'm doing fantastic, friend. How about yourself?
I'm good. I'm good.
So, I didn't say this before. Make sure that my stream is muted on your side, just so it
Yeah.
doesn't loop back through.
Yeah,
Um,
it's all good.
wait, was that a D Live cup you're drinking out of?
Yep. So got the merch.
Dude,
Got a
this
top on.
wait,
Top on. YTJ Baldwin top.
whoa, whoa, whoa,
Backwards,
whoa!
but
You've got a D
I
Live
got the
shirt
merch,
with
mate.
your
Yep.
name on it.
Yep.
How'd you pull that off?
The merch store, dlive.tv. I think it's like merch or something like that.
Yeah, yeah,
But yeah,
no,
it's
I just didn't know you could get your name
yeah.
on a shirt.
Yeah, you can customize it. I think it's like a few dollars extra, but you can like customize it. You can have your own name. You can add like logos onto it, and you can add all those type of stuff to it.
That's so awesome.
It is.
So
I've
hopefully,
got
I can stay online with you today. We just had a storm roll in here that's supposed to last like 3 days. So if there's a lot of noise, it's because there's
wow.
thunder and rain and chaos outside. So yeah, hashtag
Understandable.
sponsored. That's right. That's right. So without further ado, we're gonna jump into this, guys. First question we always ask is, your name is YT Jake Baldwin. How'd you come up with it, and what's it mean to you?
Alright, so I came from D-Live from YouTube. I used to stream on YouTube near enough every single day. I have 1.2k subs on YouTube, and I came over, say, from YouTube, so I didn't know what to have my name. My name on YouTube was Jake Baldwin, so I just kind of put the YouTube in front of it at the start, thinking, oh, I might just stay here for a little bit. And it's just stuck with me, and I've just had my name on as YT Jake Baldwin since like the start now, and everything. It's just kept going and going.
Wow, cool. So, but your first name is Jake.
Yeah, my first name's Jake, and second name's Baldwin, so it's like I just had
Hmm.
my original name, and then just put Whitey in front of it.
Okay. So the second question we always ask, which you started to answer, but we'd like to get a little more clarification. The second question is two-part question. Number one, how long have you been streaming? And number two, what got you into streaming?
So I've been streaming now for God, 4 to maybe years now. Obviously, not just on D Live, but on YouTube as well. And I used to stream a little bit, had a bit of a break, and then came back to streaming, and then obviously came to D Live and everything like that. And I think the main thing about streaming was, I don't know how this is going to sound, but I wasn't a big fan of making videos. I'm not the best at editing, but I wanted to do all YouTube and everything like that. And it's a thing that I enjoyed doing YouTube. And I thought, what can I do and everything like that? And I want to play games. I want to meet people. I want to make friends and all that type of
Hmm.
stuff. And it just came to me. I was like, you know what? Let's try streaming. Like a few streams, did really well of it. Streamed a few different games, and it went really well. And then, especially now, obviously coming to D Live, it's helped me make new friends. I know I'm part of D Live Legends, and it's made an opportunity where I can like work with other streamers and have a really good like friendship with them, which is amazing.
Absolutely. That's my favorite thing about D Live, to be honest, is the community.
Mm,
So,
yeah.
all right. Now, this is a rumor I heard, but maybe you can help me clarify. Are you the youngest partner on D Live?
At the moment, yes, I do believe I am. I'm 15 years old. I don't know if there's one today that's younger, and if there is, apologise. But at the moment, I do believe I am the youngest. But I actually am helping someone who is younger than me actually work hard to get his partner. I think he's only a few what's it called? Only a few followers away from underneath now. But I've been helping him get it, and even if I had to say, but at the moment, yeah, I am the youngest partner, and it's
Would
quite
you
good. It's
care to
nice.
mention how old you are?
I'm 15 at the moment. I got my partnership when I was 14, so my birthday, as I say, was last month.
Dude, that is
And it's good.
amazing.
So yeah, it's quite a good thing to have, the youngest partner role.
So how long have you been on D Live?
Oh, I've been on D Live for a few months now, and it all actually came over. I don't know if I'm meant to say this now, but it all came over. The game I used to stream, which was called Creative Destruction, which was a battle royale game. They hosted a tournament over here, and they wanted some streamers from YouTube and Twitch to come over here, play in the tournament, share D Live. So I thought, oh, okay, I'll try it out, see how it goes. And did all right in the tournament and everything like that. and actually just then started, I'll stick with this platform, see how it goes. And as I say, it's just kept going on and on and on. And it was all because of being asked to come over by like staff and everything to try his platform
Mhm.
out, which was quite a good thing.
So it's working.
Yeah, no, it's just great. Love the platform and everything. It's awesome.
Dude, I mean, I'm impressed. Like, I have two children. They're 15 and 19, two sons, and they've been hardcore gamers since they were younger. But streaming, that's a whole nother level. I mean, you've got to
Mm.
run your like, what do you use in Streamlabs or OBS Studio?
I use just original OBS Studio. I went from OBS to Streamlabs to OBS. I got recommended just to stay on OBS.
Mhm.
Apparently, it doesn't take as much CPU up and all that type of stuff.
Mm.
But actually, recently now, because of D Live and just the help that I've had from other streamers and everything like that, I've actually been able to go buy another PC. So now I'm now nearly getting my two PC setup, which is amazing. So,
So
but no,
I've heard people talk about the two PC setup. What does that mean per se? Like, I use one computer to run everything. You're using two. What does that mean?
So if you're wanting to stream like more high spec games, to say like Fortnite, Apex Legends, those type of games, for example, they're quite demanding on your CPU, your graphics card, all those type of things.
Hmm.
If you're streaming as well, it takes your OBS or the streaming software that you use, it takes up a bit of that CPU, which means the game doesn't have as much CPU as it possibly can.
Hmm.
And with a two PC setup, it allows you to have your main gaming PC, which will allow you to have all your CPU, your graphics card's power go into your game and your game only. And then on the other PC, it can go to your stream. So it actually releases the pressure, for example, of it, and you can actually have more potential in your game, for example, which is it just runs it a bit smoother. So, but yeah.
Well, how do you get, if you're playing your game on one computer and you're running your streaming software on the other computer, how do you get the two to talk to each other?
So there's quite a few different ways to do it. There's a thing in OBS, NDI, which you can use where it just sends it over. There's a bit of a delay. Another way you can do it is a capture card. You can have a capture card and the inputs going and stuff like that, and that can just bring it over. And that's what I'm going to be using, just using a capture card, and it just captures my gameplay, sends it to my LPC, and I can set that up as a source in like OBS, or if you use other like platforms as well.
So are your primary games on the PC at the moment?
So my primary games which I'm playing, so like Fortnite, Apex Legends, those type of high spec games, they're on my main gaming PC as they call it, and that. And then on my other PC, I'll have like OBS Studio, I have Discord on both of them, so obviously I can speak on both. But then I've got them on my other PC. So,
Okay.
but yeah, it's good. It's good.
Are you in the UK?
I am, yeah.
Okay, so I was just wondering, we have a 6 hour time difference, so
Yep.
it's cool. Like, D Live is so international. I mean, I'm sitting
Mm.
in the middle of America in Arkansas, and you're in the UK, and we're having this conversation.
Yeah, it's amazing. There's people from all around the world as well and everything, and it's quite nice how everyone gets along with each other. Really, as I say, it's so multinational, and everyone talks with each other, works with each other.
Yeah.
There's so many, all work together, which is I think why actually won me over from D Live from YouTube actually because of the community and how well everyone works together.
Hmm.
So it's amazing, really.
So, what are the differences? I mean, I've got to say, dude, I'm completely blown away at your maturity at 15 years old. I am serious.
Well,
That's a compliment.
parents may disagree, but but no, I feel like sometimes as well, streaming isn't about how good you are as a streamer or how good you are at a certain game and everything. I feel like streaming's actually to do with your personality. And if you have a good
Mhm.
positive personality, your streams are positive, what you're saying is positive, and all that type of stuff, then that's what sometimes wins me over as a viewer. If I want to follow someone, subscribe to someone, donate,
Mm.
it's not how good they are at a game, it's their personal and like how well they work hard and all that type of stuff. And even if they aren't, excuse me, the best at the game and everything like that, the thing that because they're positive and they're streaming, they're working hard, I think that's what's so good about it. And I think that positivity is so important for streaming.
Dude, you could just keep talking. That's amazing. Everything you're saying, I want
Okay.
every streamer I interview to hear that.
Mm.
I mean, honestly, like I think something that a lot of streamers maybe don't realize is we're not watching the stream because of the game you're playing, right? Not on D Live, right? Maybe on other
No.
platforms. We're watching the stream because we enjoy your personality.
Yeah. So one of my top donators, for example, he doesn't play Fortnite, which I stream very often. He plays like completely different games. But he came over and he's helped me out loads, especially last month, getting for my new PC and all that type of stuff. And they don't play the exact same game as me, but they still, support. And I think it's because, to say, I'm so positive in my streams and all that type of stuff. As I say, that positive is so important to streaming, and that's the main thing about it, I think, really.
Yeah, and use whatever you've got, like your personality. If you've got a stutter, if you're funny, if whatever you're naturally lean towards, go for that because that's the only thing you could really keep up on a daily basis.
I think, as you just say, it's best thing to do is just to be yourself. There's no point pretending to be someone else and trying to win people over because of that. Just be yourself. Do what you want to do. Stream how you want to stream, and stream what you want to stream. And you will get viewers. You will get followers. You will get donations coming in. You will work. You'll get there.
Absolutely. So, how big of a role have your parents been in terms of you being able to stream?
So it took a bit of a time to get him to let me actually get my face on like YouTube and D Live and everything like that. But over a while, as I say, it's happened in that. And now, for me getting my now brand new PC and everything, it's actually made them understand how what I'm doing is actually benefiting me in a way. It's
Hmm.
giving me to get new equipment, to, I know it sounds stupid, but save my money, work for something.
Hmm.
Um, and it's amazing. Yeah, if you say you look at my desk now, I've got, say, three monitors, two PCs, keyboard, mouse, microphone, and keyboard, and you look at it and you're like, that's not someone who's just lucky to get it. It's like I've literally bought near enough everything on here. Um, and I think that's the thing. It's like because of how well I've done and all that type of stuff. It's about getting them over. But they've helped a lot. They've given me positivity, help. And, they subbed, they followed, they just helped me out in that type of way. And they say congratulations. Obviously, I did a charity stream on Sunday and Monday, which went really well. And I did that. We raised about £100 or about $130, I think it was in the end. Um, and
Wow, that's
what's it
awesome.
called?
What was the charity stream for?
It's for a thing in UK called Cancer Research UK, and it's a research centre which researches all different cancers, and they like try get find cures for the cancers and all that type of stuff. And they found some cures for some cancers, but their ultimate goal is to find cancers for over 200 of them, and which is a really hard thing. And obviously, cancer is such a horrible thing. My granddad passed away when I was 10 years old, so 5 years ago, because of cancer. And it was quite hard for me.
Hmm.
But to be able to kind of do this stream has helped. It's amazing. It's really made me happy to do that. Excuse me, sorry about that. And but yeah, it's such a horrible thing for what people obviously what it is. So to be able to do that, and they're very reliable on donations, and so it's very hard for them to do what they have to do, and so that's quite good. I think I've done it in the end just to help them out. So yeah.
No, dude. Again, that's amazing. I mean, you have consistent quality content. You're good at your gameplay. You're good at interacting with your audience. You're doing charity streams. You're spreading positivity on D Live, and you're 15 years old.
Yeah.
You know how many adults need to just start taking notes? Like, guys,
Yeah.
if you don't know, go to YTJ. You know what? I'm gonna put YTJ. I'm gonna put your link in here again. There, guys, take your ass to his. Excuse my language, but you need to go to his
That's
page
fine. That's fine.
and follow this man because he's an incredible, incredible human being, guys. Like, I mean, at such a young age to have that level of maturity. I mean, you're a brand. The term would be a brand ambassador, right? You're wearing the T-shirt. You're drinking out of the cup. You're talking about positivity and love. You're doing
Yeah.
fundraisers. I mean, you're crushing it. I have
Yeah.
I have so many questions, but I would rather you just keep talking because it's better than anything I could come up with, to be honest with
No,
you.
no, you ask away, mate. I'm absolutely fine with that.
All right,
um,
so let's talk about you a little bit, and then we're going to talk more about D Live and Lino and all that. Um,
yeah,
so you and I had this interview scheduled for this past weekend
yep,
originally, and then you had a sports game run late, so we had to reschedule. So
yeah,
you told me that you were playing cricket. Now,
yeah.
I hold on. I hate to be that guy, okay? But I'm autistic, and when you said you're playing cricket, I thought like Jiminy Cricket, you know, like from Pinocchio, like an actual cricket. Now, I know it's a game, but I'm very American in that I don't know anything about the game of cricket. So if you don't mind, please
Oh,
explaining what that means, I would appreciate it.
so it's basically there's like two people with bats in the middle of the field, and then there's 11 fielders. And the goal is to try as a batter get the most runs. And you run between two set of stumps, which are like
All
three
right, wait.
poles.
Hold on.
Does that make sense? It's very hard. I don't know how to say it.
Hold
So,
on. What? All right. There's two
uh,
guys with bats. Are they like
so
wooden mallets, like long wooden
So it's,
mallets?
yeah, it's a team of 11 versus 11, and at
Okay,
one
okay,
time, so it's team versus team.
sure.
And you'll have 11 fielders at a time, and then two batters inside. And basically, the aim of the game is to actually, your batting team, you'll have like a mallet, as you would say, but it's a bit bigger. And you would actually just like get as many runs as you possibly can. Um,
Hold on.
it's basically,
Can you move your mic away from your hands just a little bit? You keep
yeah,
whacking the mic and
yeah.
it's hurting
So
my
yeah,
ears.
it's
All right, so hold on.
same.
So there's 22 people on the field at one time. Is that correct? 11 on each side?
No, so 11 fielding, just trying to stop the runs, to stop people from running.
Okay, so there's 11 people on the field and there's one batter.
Two batsmen.
So there's the team that's trying to score has two people with bats on the field.
Yes.
And the other team has 11 people trying to keep those two people from scoring.
Yes.
All right. Now, does somebody throw a ball to these people and they hit it, or how
Yeah.
does that work?
So yeah, you try to there'll be one person that will throw a ball or bowl it, so you have to come over
Hmm.
and they try to either hit the stumps, which are the things at the end of the where they have to run between. They have to try hit them and they get bowled, as they call it. Or just try and get a good ball, so maybe he'll hit it up and catch it, or those type of things. So, and sometimes they can bowl to about 100 miles an hour nearly. So,
Okay, so he said Worst says it's like Harry Potter explaining Quidditch. I think that's pretty accurate.
it's hard. Oh dear.
So there's a little thing that flies around, and then you ride your broom and chase it and try to knock it through like a right. All right. I'm not sure I understand, but
It's very confusing. You either
cricket.
get it or you don't get it. That's the thing.
It's called cricket. I'm gonna have to watch some YouTube videos of
Yep.
cricket to catch up. Dude, that's
Oh.
no, that's amazing. It's amazing because it's not something that I've ever even seen or I've heard of it. I know that the game cricket exists, but that's it.
Yeah, so but obviously I play for my youth squad. I play also for adult cricket where I so I got adults bowling against me and hitting against me, and they can bowl, so I say sometimes up to like 80, 90 miles per hour. But it's been great. I've got to play at like England's top stadiums, so like the main stadium in football, for example, soccer.
Yeah, I mean,
So
I'm just giving you a hard time. I think the British say taking the piss, right? Like I'm just
yeah,
teasing you, but I'm
that's fine.
dude. Like I'm telling you, I'm a father, and my kids are your age. One of my youngest son is 15, which is the same age as you, and I'm
Oh,
like,
it's cut out.
yeah, you're lagging a bit on your side for some reason. But what's that? Yeah, you just got all slow motion on me.
Hello?
Yeah, we're I can
Wait.
kind of hear you, but wait, there you are. You're
There you
back. All right, we're back. We're back. Again, this is
go. There we go.
You know, I'm in the United States, he's in the UK. I got a massive storm going outside. I don't know, you know, it could be anything, but so do you have a favorite sport? Do you have a pet dog? Like what kind of things would you like to talk about yourself?
um, I I do is I do cricket. I also do rock climbing, where I have to climb to the top of a wall and try not to fall off. So the sports I do, I used to play football. I did football for about 11, 12 years. I quit that in the end, but yeah, I've done quite a few sports. I just kept going at it and going at it, I suppose. But
What position did you play football?
I used to be in goal, so I was the mad one that stood in between the posts and tried to get my body behind it so people can kick balls at me all day. Um,
Well,
but
that
no, it
sounds
was.
rough.
But yeah,
Uh-oh. We're getting you're lagging just a
yeah,
hair.
it's going again.
Yeah, yeah. So
Uh,
it was funny because when we were talking last night, making sure we were on for today, I'm like, all right, I'm going to bed, and you're like, sad face, I'm going to school.
yeah, yep. I'd kind of rather have fun as usual and all that type of stuff. But
Do you enjoy school?
I like school, and just for the reason of you can be with friends, communicate with people, and all that type of stuff. But obviously, I like to be at home. I like to stream. I like to play games with people, and that's what I think I enjoy quite a lot. So
Do you
yeah,
talk about streaming with your friends at school? I mean, do they know you streamer?
yeah. They got a lot of them do now. I'm a streamer, and a lot of them. And a lot of my other friend, does YouTube as well. And I actually got one of my friends over on D Live, which was quite amazing. And he's just waiting for another monitor so they actually start streaming. So that was quite cool to get him over here now. But yeah, it's good. They all know that I stream, and they all know I've got a YouTube channel and all that type of stuff. So it's good.
Yeah, that's awesome. So let's talk about the difference between. You said I heard you saying this. You were live streaming just before we started this interview, and I heard you say, "Yeah, I'm not going back to YouTube. I'm on D Live for good now." So
Yeah.
what are the differences between live streaming with YouTube and D Live? Like, why is D Live so much better that you're giving up YouTube?
Um, as I touched on earlier, but a bit about how the community over your life is just amazing. And also the way about it is how some of the biggest streamers out there, so your global partners and all that type of stuff, they help some of the smaller streamers as well. And it was just that point there because of it. I feel like that's what's done me quite well. Um, I don't know how it's gonna sound, but on YouTube, obviously, I don't know how it's gonna sound. I feel kind of being bad saying this, but I didn't make any money on YouTube. But for now, being on D Live and being as like 15 and having a few dollars or pounds coming in each week, it's amazing. And even though it's not loads at the moment, but to have it coming in each week and just helping me out to get new equipment into my streaming, and so I've got my new PC and everything, it's just helped me out in so many ways. I'm partnered on the platform. I've overtaken followers on subs on YouTube. As I say, 1.2k subs on YouTube. I've got 4k followers, and I've been on D Live more. And I feel like everything on D Live is actually doing so much better for me personally. So
Well, I mean,
yeah,
if there are quite a few streamers where streaming is, in quotes, I'll say, a part-time job. So, I mean, in essence, your job is streaming.
yeah. So I have another kind of part time job, as you'd say. I do a paper round every morning, which isn't fun, but I have to get up really early. And that brings obviously that bit of money in each week. But as well to have streaming as well, helping out, it's doing something I enjoy, playing games, and it's also helping me out in that instance. It's good.
Dude, wait a minute. So I think I'm even more impressed right now because you have a part-time job in the morning, then you go to
Yep.
school, and you
Yep.
play sports,
Yep.
and you're a streamer.
Yeah. I have a busy life.
Here, look, right here, just bowing down out of respect and admiration. It's amazing, dude. I mean, maybe it's because you're 15 and you have a lot of energy, right? Maybe it's just because you're a hard worker. Like, what do you think? How is it that you're able to do all that?
As I said, obviously parents have helped me out loads. Some funding of like sports and all that type of stuff.
Mm.
Um, but as I was saying, for my job in the morning, I've got to get up like really early. I think it's 5:30 now every day, which is not fun, can't lie. But 5:30 every single day, all that type of stuff. But as I say, it's quite fun. As soon as I get home from school, I'll get my PC set up. I'll stream, and then I'll go do some homework or revision, and then go do some sports, and it's all that type of. It's kind of routine to it, if you know what I mean.
Oh,
So.
sure. But I mean, dude, there's a reason. I can't, I apologize if I keep hitting on this, but I'm 40 years old, right? And I just made partner. Of course, I just started streaming this year and stuff, but I made partner at 40. You made partner at 14. 14. That's
Yeah.
incredible. Like you've got a job, you've got a hobby, you've got sports, you've got school, you've got streaming. Like it's impressive. Your work ethic is something to be commended.
Mm,
I'm just I was when I found out that you were interested in being on the show and when we started to work this out, I was very excited. I mean, most adults can't keep up with your work ethic or your positivity, right? It's incredible.
yeah.
You're definitely an encouragement to every streamer on D Live. I can tell you that for a fact.
You say, but I think the positivity, I think, so much to do with streaming and everything, and D Live's so much, I think, about positivity. I feel like that's a very key point about D Live. So yeah, it's good.
Well, I mean, when you follow, there's a heart. I mean, there's a reason that that's set
Mm,
up that way.
yeah.
Yeah, it's flat out impressive. So what's your schedule for streaming?
So I try stream most days. There's one day where I won't stream, and that's Thursdays. That's because my Thursday evening is just already full up with sports, and all that type of stuff. But my normal time is, for example, on weekdays, so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, I would stream as soon as I get home from school. I would just come home, quickly get something to eat, get upstairs, set everything up, stream. And I might stream for two, 2.5 hours, and all that type of stuff. And then on the weekends, it'll depend on if I've got sports and all that type of stuff. But normally it might be around 12:30
Uh-oh.
p.m. GMT.
We got a
Which
robot.
I
We got a bit of robot.
believe
Oh, hold on a
7,
second.
I think.
If you can hear me,
Probably.
hold on a second.
And stick to a schedule.
You turned into robot Jake. You can't
Yeah.
understand your words. Hold on a second.
Yeah. Just wait
I'm
a few
gonna,
seconds.
I'm gonna wait till you
If
catch up.
if you want, I can go quickly get a what's it called Ethernet cable set up if you want to try that, but it's up to you.
This is why. Yeah, you're wireless right now.
I'm wireless right now, but I can get an Ethernet cable quickly set up in about a minute if you want.
Um, well, it might help because you really are getting pretty robotic.
Right, give me 2 seconds and I'll quickly go get
All
it,
right.
alright?
So, guys, just I'm gonna hit on this while Jake's plugging in his cable because robot Jake is awesome, but also a little hard to understand. Um, Jake just turned 15 a few months ago. He got verified partner at 14 years of age. 14. And I believe, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't the community standard for age 13 to be on D Live? Isn't that correct? And if so, to be to be a verified partner at 14, that's crazy impressive, right? Like I don't want to be the guy who says, "Oh, well Jake's getting all this done because he's a young kid," right? Cuz he's 15. That's not why Jake's getting this done, right? Like I know people of my age, 40, that have a ton of energy. I know people, right, kids that have a ton of energy. It's got nothing to do with it. Jake is an impressive young man. He's been streaming for 4 years. He just turned 15, which means he's been streaming since he was like 10 and a half or 11, right? Like he found success on YouTube in a small way. He's found even more success on D Live. Um, it's impressive. Like he gets up first thing in the morning, has a job, then he goes to school, then he plays sports, then he comes home and streams, and he's still doing homework. Like,
Give me 2 secs.
can we bottle that? Like, can we? Is that like can that come in a can? Because I need some of that. Like that is. I was a Marine sergeant. All right, United States Marine Corps sergeant. I wish half of the guys that were a lesser rank than me had that motivation. We could have done anything we want. Like it's crazy impressive. So I really like the fact that Jake, even at such a young age, has been a streamer on other platform, right? On another platform. So he actually has that same ability. Wow, it got real dark on your side, buddy. Did you turn the light off? You're kind of a. There he is.
I'll turn it down a little bit.
Come back, Jake.
There you go.
Yeah, so
Back.
just a quick note, buddy. When you wear a black shirt, it's sitting in a black chair in front of a black background, you just look like a floating head. Which is fine. Robot Jake is awesome.
Robot Jake. Right, I plugged in. Hopefully it might be a little better now.
Yeah. It's a little bright though. Your kind of face is pretty much bleached out. Can you hear me? The light is just a little bright still.
Give me 2 seconds.
Between the background and the light, it's you're disappearing on us, man.
Is that better? That looks a bit better, doesn't it?
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Welcome back, friend. Welcome back.
I'm back.
I mean, Robot Jake was fun, but we'd rather hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
So I totally lost track of what you were talking about because, yeah, I'm old.
So but I think I was saying about how positivity is such a big thing about D-Life.
Exactly.
No. So,
yeah. So go ahead and say all that again because we didn't hear it.
Basically, long story short, it was about D-Live's very about being positive, and I feel like for everyone who's looking to be a streamer or is a streamer and wants to try to get some more followers, all that type of stuff, positivity is such a big thing. And if you guys are positive in your streams, happy with your streams, look like you're enjoying yourself and all that type of stuff, after a while you actually will get and the followers will start coming in, your donations start coming in, all that type of stuff. And that positivity is such a big thing about D-Live. I think and just in streaming in general as well. I feel like just in general, but D-Live is such one of those things where it's such a great platform and all that type of stuff. It helps so much as well.
Now you said that is this like I'm already impressed. However, I think you said you're also a mentor. You're also mentoring a younger streamer on D-Live. Is that right?
Yeah. Tidy, Staff Tidy.
Oh, little Tidy. Yeah, Tidy and little Tidy.
And he was about 100 followers, and I actually got my friend together to get him like a bit of a raid, help him get up, and he's now, I think, about 15 followers actually away from 200, which is amazing. And I've given him, I give him 100 liner each time he streams, or maybe sometimes more. I think I gave him about 500 in one stream, and I just help him out. And even though he will be the new youngest partner, which would be so sad when I lose it, but like, for me, I don't know why, but giving away linos sometimes for me is one of the most happiest things. I think it's even funner and happier for me to give it away than receiving it. And it was quite funny. I've cashed out, I believe, about 20k lino, and I think I've got 30k locks. So that means, in theory, I think I've given away about 20k actual lino, which is in about 3 months. And that's not as much as some people, but I've given away so much more to some people. I feel like giving away so much makes me really happy to do, and to be able to help other people, all that type of stuff. It's amazing.
Actually, that's one of my favorite things to do. Again, I'm impressed with your maturity because that's one of my favorite things to do with D-Live and with Lino in particular is to support other streamers with it. I mean, and you're already on that tick. So guys in chat, I linked a few things. If you're listening to these podcasts, we like to share information, and I linked two things in chat. One of them, tidylabs.stream, is the alert website for DLive. So if you want to customize the sounds, the images for tips, donations, subs, you want to send alerts to your Discord, any of that, you do that with tidylabs.stream. That is put on by a gentleman named Tidy. Tidy is an integral part of the staff at DLive and of the platform in general. I've linked Tidy, and he's got a DLive page as well. But we were talking about DLive being family, right? Like my mom's on
Yeah.
DLive, two of my brothers are on DLive, my two sons are on DLive. So it's cool thing with Tidy is he's working with the platform, and his son is now involved, little Tidy.
Mm.
And little Tidy I saw as a moderator in your channel, right, Jake?
Yeah.
So he's
So
already learning how to be a moderator and a streamer.
yep, he was never moderating any other streams, and he wasn't actually allowed to follow people, Tidy people. And then recently, I got in contact with Tidy, and he wasn't allowed to use Discord at the time. I actually got in contact with him. And was like, "Is there a way me and little Tidy can get in contact? Because we both like playing, say, Fortnite. We like playing these games and everything, but we never know who's online at what time and all that type of stuff unless we're streaming."
Sure, sure.
Um, and in the end, he actually let me get in a Discord chat with him, so I can message him when he's live and all that type of stuff. And we've actually made a really good relationship in the end. And then he was like, one day he was like, "Yo, guess what?" I was like, "What? I've got to surprise you." And I'll start a stream up. And I see him saying he could follow, which was amazing because he wasn't allowed to follow. And now, because of him working with me and me working with him and trusting each other, he's now allowed to follow people, which is amazing, really. And say now, as I made him moderator because just for the reason he's in all my streams now, and he's been all my streams, and he's always there helping out. Um, I say, just helping out so much is one of the best things I think you can possibly do. To be honest,
Again, I'm impressed. You're an incredible human being. There, like I could say it a ton of different ways, but that's the simplest, best way to say it. Keep doing what you're doing because it's awesome. So I saw you playing Fortnite when I dropped by this morning in your live stream. Is that your game of choice?
so yeah, Fortnite is one of my main games that I play. But I've also done Apex Legends streams. I've done I actually did a Scribble.io stream with some of my D Legends, which is the stream team I'm part of there. We did some of that stuff, and I try to do as many different games as possible. But I say Fortnite is probably one of my main games that I play, and it's I don't know, it's done so well for me. Um,
That game
so
is a
yeah,
little confusing. I'm wondering if you can explain it. So I'm watching you play Fortnite, right? And it's a battle royale. You drop in, you run around, right? You grab the weapons, you shoot at people. Now the
yeah.
where I get lost is you also build skyscrapers during the battle or whatever. Like what is happening in Fortnite? Because that is crazy.
But as you say, it's about you get 100 people dropping in, and your goal is to be the last one standing. It's the last one. So you basically need to survive loads of people. You want to try shoot people, kill them, get their loot, and then you can upgrade loot and all that type of stuff. Building is such a big part of Fortnite, and I think if you ask any Fortnite streamer, they'll all say it's such a big part of Fortnite, and it's just to get that high ground above people. And it's actually easier to get headshots, which do more damage, so you can kill them more easily. But as I say, it's it's hard to get used to the building, but
Yeah,
time and
so
effort, you get there.
well, I think that's why I'm confused. So I saw you running at a guy, and then all of a sudden he's got a building and you've got a building, and you're trying to destroy the building, but you're not actually getting to shoot the guy anymore. Like
Mm.
that, it seems incredibly complicated, to be honest with you.
It's one of those things. Is one of those games where you either do it and you know it and you know it well, or you don't get it, you don't do it well, and you don't really know what you're doing. If you know what I mean.
Hmm.
And I think for now, people now, if you're if you want to start Fortnite, it's so hard because everyone's really good at building now, and it's such a big, as I say, it's such a big part of Fortnite.
Right, right.
Um, So, but obviously people can start. Obviously, I've put loads of time and effort into practicing, working with people, all that type of stuff.
Have you ever done the 50-person custom games with Flow Driver?
Yeah, I've done loads of customs with Flow. I've won a few, quite a few. But yeah, no, I love playing customs, and just for the reason is I can what's it called? Actually play against some people that are decent, good, and that's why I would say I really enjoy playing customs. They're so much fun.
I like best of the worst just said Fortnite, the cricket of video games.
Uh,
That's pretty awesome. So wait a minute. Let me so global partner, in case you guys don't know, Flow Driver, global partner, and she hosts custom Fortnite matches. She has a private server with 50 slots, and publicly YT Jake Baldwin just said, "I'm better than Flow Driver at Fortnite." I heard him. I heard
yeah.
him. Gauntlet thrown.
I'm
You're
sorry, Flo, but gotta tell him the truth,
you're it's your chance to respond, Flow Driver. No, that's awesome. I love the positivity and community on D Live. And just curious, are you anywhere near living? I mean, like other D Live streamers, UK streamers? Do you know?
um, I know quite a few people that live in the UK, and I know obviously LT's yonder. I think I live about an hour away from him, so we're actually quite and Flo. Obviously, we're quite close to each other. I haven't met up with any of them, obviously, but I know there's quite a few people in the UK, and there are quite a few people that are quite close to each other.
Mm,
Um, so as I say, obviously there was the PAX East thing about a few months ago now, which was in the US, and I'm hoping someday they'll do something in the UK.
sure.
And if they do that, it'd be great to get some of the T live streamers in UK to all meet up and all that type of stuff. I think it'd be quite cool to have.
Absolutely. I mean, I know for a fact a large number of the streamers that I like to watch from the U.S. met up at PAX East, and every one of them was talking about how awesome that meetup was.
Mm.
I mean,
So I
definitely.
saw so many good photos, so many good people saying it was brilliant, it was all a good thing. And I was saying I hope it will have the opportunity to do it in UK as well, just so then all those people in UK they can meet up and everything. So it'd be quite good to have see it happening. Hopefully we can get it sometime.
Well, let me just. He's got my cup. One last round says. He's also got a good dude. Show him your shirt, Jake.
I've
Go to
got
a
two
little
of
bit
these.
higher, a little bit higher towards the camera. Look at that. YT Jake Baldwin on his D Live shirt. Boom. Boom. Just saying. Just saying. All right, before I forget what I was going to say. So, one of my buddies that I met on D Live a couple months ago, Fatty B53. He's a military veteran. I'm a military veteran. We talked for a couple months, and then he's like, "Dude, I need a vacation." And I said, "Come to the lake. Come hang out at the lake house." So he actually came over to the house and spent a week with me, and it was awesome. Right? We had a really good time. I know that Violent Hippie and a whole group of the Good Vibe Tribe got together in Texas and gave a new streamer some hardware. So what I'm saying to you is obviously being 15, you need to work with your parents on this, but you
Yeah.
guys can just make up your own event and go meet each other and hang out.
Mm.
I
I
mean,
say I
consider
know there
that.
was. Yeah, I think because LT Sonder's part of I think Streamers Connected, I believe it's called.
Yeah, he founded that
And
with
the
Josh
founded
Baked.
everything.
Right.
And I believe about a week ago they did a massive meetup, and obviously I couldn't go. I didn't realize it was on. To be honest with you,
Mm.
but hopefully that would do another one of those and everything, and obviously I can go along to that. And hopefully, as I say, I would love to meet up with Flo, Zonda, and people from the UK just to meet up and have all those. I think that'd be a quite good thing to have. To be honest.
Oh, it is, absolutely. I mean, like, not only do we try to support each other on D Live, but knowing and being friends with other streamers, as we say online in real life, is incredibly beneficial. I mean, it just
Mm,
is.
mm. Um, but I just saying there, obviously, one last round. I've been with him since I started D Live. I went for his channel. I've seen him go from game to game to partner to global partner. I've been with him
Hmm.
since the start, and getting those friends and those relationships on D Live, and just you supporting streamers, they'll definitely will support you back. One last found he's helped me out, got me to a certain number of followers. He's donated to me, I think, over the 6K liner now, which is amazing. And as you say, those friends in between D Live and all that type of stuff. Oh, excuse me, it does help so much. I think those relationships between streamers can really influence, how well you're gonna do.
Well, I don't know if you know this, but you've just named off like half of the global partners on this platform, and you've been supporting them, and they've been supporting you.
Mm.
And it's not like you went headhunting global partners to try to be successful. You've been streaming on D Live since you were 14. You're now 15. I mean, you've known them since they got to D Live, and have watched them grow, and have yourself have become a partner. I mean, that's dude, again, impressive. This young man has a job. He delivers papers in the morning at 5:30 a.m. Then he goes to school all day, and he plays sports, and he's a D Live streamer, and he just finished a fundraiser on D Live for cancer research in the UK, and he's networking with like literally like everything I could tell somebody to do to be successful. You're like, I mean, yeah, I'm doing that. I'm doing that.
Yeah. So, but yeah,
It's it's impressive. So we haven't really talked about Lino. I say Lino, you say Lino, tomato. What do you think it is?
what do you mean?
Well, how do you pronounce it?
Oh, I say it all. I think personally, I say Lino, but occasionally I'll say Lino. I don't know what the actual how you're meant to say it.
I don't think any of us do.
I don't think anyone really knows how to say it. I think meet some. I think but I think everyone knows if you say Lino or you say Lino, everyone knows what it is, how it
Right.
works, and everything.
Well, I don't think everybody knows what it is or how it works. We know what we're talking about, but let's talk
There we
about
go.
it for a minute. So Lino is a private currency currently on a test net on DLive only. Now, DLive is one company, Lino is a separate company, but currently Lino is exclusive to the DLive platform. The reason we are not calling it a cryptocurrency is because Lino is a fixed price point right now, 1.2 pennies on testnet. Cryptocurrency fluctuates in price based on supply and demand. So while there is a plan for Lino to go public and go to a main net, there isn't a definitive timeline yet, and it is not currently a cryptocurrency. It is a private currency, just to be clear. But you can cash it out for real money. And there's been some changes in the platform. PayPal was involved for a while. Now you can actually do direct transfers to a bank account with Lino. You can also cash out in Bitcoin. So if you want to turn it to a cryptocurrency, you can. If you want to turn it into your local currency that you use to buy it with in the first place, you could also do that. To become a verified partner, like Jake and I are, you need to lock in 2,000 Lino, which is 24 US dollars. I guess what, about 20 pounds British?
Yeah, it's about £20. Yeah.
So to be a verified partner, you need to lock in 2,000 Lino. To be a global partner, which Jake and I are both now working on, you need to lock in 50,000 Lino. And there's also other requirements. You need to stream certain number of days a month, certain number of hours a month. You need to have a minimum of 200 followers to be verified partner, 1,000 followers to be global partner. And this is all fluid, right? We would consider DLive still in beta. There's still software updates to the platform. There's still hardware updates to servers. There's still, updates to the community service or terms of service and the community standards. But just by and large, know that, like Jay keeps hitting on, DLive is about a community that loves on each other and supports each other and tries to spread positivity. So Jake, like, you seem like you're just a naturally good-natured young man. Was it easy for you to transition to DLive from YouTube?
So at first, I actually streamed. I used to stream to D Live and YouTube. And that was just for the reason at first I wasn't positive. I wasn't 100% sure about D Live, coming to platform, I've never heard of it and all that type of thing. So, it's like that. But I've had loads of help. I was just in Stone Crypto was in here a minute ago. He actually was with me since the start. I said D Live helped me out loads. And working with him, working with all the staff members. Actually, when I started, I had loads of staff members coming into my chat and everything like that. So they've helped me out and actually just in the end won me over, if you know what I mean. And as I say, I haven't streamed on YouTube for a few weeks now. And D Live, I just stream on D Live now. Keeps going, going, going.
Hmm.
And it's one that I think I probably will be staying on D Live.
That's awesome. I mean, I can echo your sentiment with the staff on D Live. Like, I had never even considered streaming before. I had watched Luke or LT Zonda over on Twitch for the last couple years, and when he switched to D Live, I followed him just because I wanted to keep watching him stream, and I moderated him for a while, a couple of months, and I kept going, man, this is such an incredible community. I want to be involved. And I was talking to the staff, and Fatheaded Noob and Lethal Toast have been a huge part of my success on D Live, to be perfectly honest. Right? They help me understand streaming. They help me understand D Live. It's been a really incredible process.
I think, yeah,
Go ahead.
staff have been amazing on it as well. On YouTube, Twitch, I don't barely see staff actually interacting much in streams with viewers at all, really.
Mhm.
And I've been on YouTube for a few years now, and I've never actually seen someone who works with YouTube or does stuff for YouTube actually in streams. But whenever I go into a stream, I'll see either someone who's just staff, a guardian. I'll always see someone who works kind of. I know guardians don't work for them, but those people where, like, for example, staff. Stone Crypto's just popped in here, for example. And they because they work so well with the community, they work with the community, and you can message them on Discord, they'll reply to you, help you out. I think that's what's amazing about it, because they work with the community so well, it grows so much, if you know what I mean.
I, yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Like, I've heard. Okay, this is an example we like to use because it's so poignant. When LT Zonda was on Twitch, he had over 400,000 followers. He got popular playing Grand Theft Auto 5. He stopped playing Grand Theft Auto 5. His viewership crashed. Right, so he kind of floundered for a few years on Twitch. Then he came to D Live, and obviously he's crushing it as a global partner. Well, he reached out to Twitch and said, "Hey, I want to give up my partnership on Twitch because I'm no longer going to be exclusive to the platform. I'm on a different platform." It literally took Twitch 3 months to respond to him. 3 months. And on D Live, you can go to Discord right now, message a staff member, and get a response. It's not even close. Right?
That's just why I think staff are so good on this platform. It's one of those things, it helps so much.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you just got really small and really quiet. You all right over there, buddy?
Yeah, no, I'm fine. I
okay.
just coughed. I had a cough.
I was like, did we lose Jake? Come back, Jake.
as well, what I think's about that is Luke's one of those prime examples. Bear in mind, to be a partner on Twitch is so hard to get. It's one of the hardest part to get. You've got to have so many followers. It's hard to get, and to be able for him to terminate his partnership just to come over to D Live, which hadn't really kicked off at the start. It wasn't still well known, and it could. I don't think it will crash, but there was still that potential where he could have done everything and it crashed.
Sure.
It shows the amount of trust that he has in the platform and how good the platform actually is.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Amazing.
Yeah, I mean, Zonda, some folks know this, but Zonda's the reason I'm a streamer. Like, he convinced me to start streaming after I had been moderating for him for a couple months on D Live. He's just like, you're very positive, you're very helpful, you're passionate about the platform. Why don't you start streaming? And I was like, well, what do I say? Like, I'm not a gamer person. I mean, I am a gamer, but not hardcore. And I've never streamed. And, like I said, I'm 40 years old. So I was like, well, I write books for a living. I don't do computer stuff for a living. And he said, that doesn't matter. Like you were saying, Jake, at the beginning of this interview, just be yourself, right? Just get up, be positive, be yourself. I said, well, that's what I
Yeah.
do anyway, is try to help people. And he said, yeah, turn on the camera and help people. It's like, okay. I mean, and here I am. Like, and it's amazing. I'm honored to have this podcast. I'm honored that people like yourself will come on the podcast and communicate with me and try to help spread that love and information. It's incredible.
I've said it to you many times. Say it again, I absolutely podcast, even when it's not someone who I know. I might not, even, but I'll still try my best to just have it on the background, just listen to what's going on because of how it is so helpful, especially for some of the new streamers, just to come in here, and just to hear some from a partner, from another streamer, and see how well they've done and how they've done so well. It is so helpful,
Hmm.
and I feel like that is what it's about. As you say, you just stood up, you did what you do what you are, and you just did what you're good at doing. Um,
Well, I think
and
you and I are a really great example of that. I mean, if you look at, right, you're on one side of the screen, I'm on the other. However, to D Live, we're the same. We're both verified partners, right? And you're a verified partner at you're at 14. Now you're 15, being a gamer, right? A battle royale gamer. And I'm a verified partner at 40, and I'm doing podcasts, right? You can literally do whatever you want. Just be yourself. You could be successful on D Live. I love that.
mm, but I think, I say, it shows potential for everyone. Still doesn't matter when your age, who you are, what you do. Um, you do podcasts, I do gaming, I do all those type of things. But as I think just be yourself, do what you do, and you will do well. And there's so many different things which haven't been on this platform before, which could just blow up.
Hmm.
Which is I think is amazing.
I mean, the more of us that support the platform, stream on a daily basis, right? So, like create unique quality content, the more likely it is that D Live is going to be successful.
Mm,
I mean, D Live's product is us, right? Like
yeah.
they're not making their money selling T-shirts. They're making their money because there's streamers streaming and creating quality content, and that's why they give us the money and don't take any cut.
Yeah, exactly. And especially on Twitch, for example, I think it's like 50% near enough, or something like that, for the cut. But here, it's nothing compared to that. Do you know what I mean?
Well, here on D Live, you get 90% of the donation immediately, and the other 10% goes to a pool that's returned on a daily basis to everybody with Locked In Lino.
Mhm.
It's fantastic. We losing you over there, buddy?
No, I'm good. I'm good. I was just gonna say because I saw some questions. I'm just gonna write them down for later.
Well, no, you don't have to write them down. We're going to get into questions
Do
right now.
do it now.
Yeah,
Yeah. All
yeah.
right.
So
Write
guys,
it
if
down.
you have, yeah, no, we don't. We want you to
Yeah, it's fine.
keep chatting, friend. Just answer them. Go ahead. Uh,
Westworth said, as we kind of said earlier, what do my parents think about streaming? How do they support him? So, they like how I'm streaming, and I think they like it just because it shows how I like doing this type of stuff. I like gaming and all that type of stuff, and they supported me by um actually letting me do this. They actually helped me get this backdrop behind me. They helped me just put a little bit of money towards this when I'm getting this and all that type of things. Um, and some of the stuff that I've done would be without them, and then some of the stuff I have done could have been without them. But they've obviously helped me out loads towards it. Um, and it's that family, they can help so much to do towards it. So, and then we've got, do you play live games as for that, and how do you feel?
just read the whole question and then answer so
Yeah.
people
Do
can
you
know
like to
it.
play different games like just Fortnite, or do you feel like those streams are so effective? Obviously I played Fortnite since near enough the start of D Live, and it's really good for me. I think it's just because what's it called? I come for Alliance because it's such a big game at the moment. It done well for me. But I feel like, as you say, all streams can be effective. It just depends on how you are as a person.
Hmm.
Even if it could be a really boring game, for example, I'm not a big fan of Axie Infinity. I'm sorry, Luke, but I'm not a big fan of Axie Infinity. But even when he's playing it, I still go and watch him just because I enjoy watching Luke's streams and all that type of stuff.
I agree
Um,
100%.
and because he's to say he's a positive person, he always, I just, he's one of those people that just love it. I think that's what's so good about it. Um, are you going to drop the YouTube off your brand and just brand yourself instead? There was a thing about this in the partner Discord a few days ago. What's his name? Cheech actually changed my name in the Discord to D Live Jake Baldwin instead of TJ Baldwin. And I said maybe I should do a thing where if I get something done on my stream, like someone say, for example, I get a certain amount of line donated or I get a certain amount of followers in a day, I may change it. So we'll have to wait and see.
That's awesome. And you can change your name once a month, right?
I think so, yeah.
I think that's what it is. Although you wouldn't necessarily want to do that, right? You want to pick a brand and stick with it, and try to keep that name across all your social media too.
Mm.
So that's something I noticed you're actually really good at as well, which we should mention. To be successful on D Live and to be a partner on D Live, you have to be active on social media. So have you found that to be helpful for you in being successful on D Live?
So I never used to, what's it called, tweet out for Twitter. I never used to do that. I never help and all that type of stuff. And then I got told by Stone Crypto, are you tweeting out Twitter? And I was like, no. And he's like, when you go live, tweet out, tag D Live, tag some of your favorite streamers, tag these people. I was like, oh, okay. And I did it, and actually, it did help me out. People would see the link which I've posted, it would come over. Different streamers would be following me because of it. They could see me, all that type of things. They can retweet it, like it,
Mhm.
all those type of things. And posting out to social media does help really well, actually. And it's one that I think it's another good way to promote your channel and all that type of stuff.
So, I like to ask this question of all streamers that I interview, and I'd be very, very interested in your answer. There's two parts to this question. Number one, could you tell a new stream? This is for new streamers now. Could you tell something that might hurt you to stream, and also something that would help you stream?
What do you mean by hurt me? If you know what I
Well,
mean.
for instance, I've had people say I used to try to do 24-hour streams, but it's bad for my body and it messed up the next couple days streaming. I couldn't stream at the right times, so they'll say one thing that will hurt you is don't stream like too long in one stretch because it messes your ability up to stream the next day, for instance. So do you
I
find there's something that has affected you negatively to keep you from streaming that you've now changed?
I don't know how this will sound, but sometimes over streaming can, as you say, can actually hurt you in that way. Doing 24 hours is hard work and all that type of stuff. I think just stream for maybe 2 hours, 3 hours a day, or maybe 2 times, 3 times a week. Just stream what you're comfortable with. Don't try to push it. Just have maybe a day. I'm going to stream Wednesdays and Saturdays, 3 hours each day, and that you can just stick to that. And just don't over push yourself. Don't push yourself. Just keep doing that what you're doing. Just don't overdo it.
And I think D Live would, to be a partner, you have to stream at least 12 days a month, which would be 3 days a week.
Mm.
Just to give you guys a rough idea. Like you can stream once a month if you want, right? But we're talking about if you want to be a verified partner, there are certain requirements, and one of them is you have to stream 12 days out of the month and 35 hours, I think, something like that. So
Yeah.
basically that's like 2 hours at a time, 3 times a week to be verified partner.
So, but in theory, that's not that much.
Really? Yeah, it's not. So what was something that you would give as a tip to help new streamers do this thing? It will help you succeed.
Um, I've said this and to loads of people before. Actually, just interact with the community. Go to people's streams. Say help them out. All those type of things. I said about how one last round, for example. I've helped him, supported him, I've done all that type of things, and he has come back and helped me.
Mhm.
Uh, LG Zunder, same there, Flow, for example. Um, and it's all about that thing. Just connect with the community, talk within the community, the Discord, for example. And just keep doing all that. Just interact community, tweet out, and all that type of thing. It will be, one of those things.
And at best of worst, you may be right, because actually I am a verified partner. So when I look at my partner progress tab, it I'm seeing the requirements are global. So I may be getting that confused, guys. You're right. How old are you, Jake? You're so well spoken. You can use your words, buddy. You got a mic.
I'm 15. Yeah, I was 15 for about a month now. My birthday was a month ago.
Yeah, Maria, not only is he smart, he's also incredibly positive and has an incredible work ethic. I mean, this young man, if you want to know how to be a teenager and be successful streaming, you have to handle all your other duties and businesses. So he has a part-time job in the morning. He goes to school all day. He plays sports. He's a streamer. I mean, it's hard work is how he's gotten verified partner.
Yeah, so just keep working what you're doing, keep doing what you're doing. Viewers will come, followers will come, liner will come. Just do what you do want to do.
So I have a question. I'd be very interested in your answer, which is, how do you feel about follow for follow?
I've never liked that on any platform, sub for sub, follow for follow, all that type of thing. I feel best thing to do is just to get your followers in the way. People follow because of your content. And I don't think there's a point going in just following random people. I very enjoy. I like if they're a new streamer and I like the stream, I'll follow them. But I don't expect some all the time people to follow me back. I think just stream and let people see you, let people know you, all that type of things. And follow doesn't help at all really. You may have 1,000 followers, but would you rather have 1,000 followers and get, I don't know, 10 watching, or have 300 followers and get 10 watching? The 310 works a lot better and seems a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
And just stream, let people know you and all that type of thing, and you'll get followers. And I don't think, just wait for it.
Yeah, and I think consistency is also a big part of that, right? Like you were saying before, if you're gonna stream, try to stream and you have limited hours, try to stream on the same days at the same time. That way your audience can find you.
Yeah, exactly. Just set up a schedule, and it doesn't have to be every single day at this certain time. Just be like on YouTube. I used to say, right, Wednesday, Saturday, and Sundays, they're the days I'm stream this time. And from coming over here, I've done a lot more streams, as I've really enjoyed the streaming here and everything like that. But just, doing all those things, it does help.
Mhm.
And, just stream, I will stream straight away from school, which is around PM GMT, which is to say, I believe it's 10 a.m. CST, I think it is. So, just if people know that weekdays, that's when I'll stream.
So guys, if you have questions for Jake, definitely start putting them into chat. We're getting to that part of the interview. If you have anything you'd like to ask this young man about streaming, about gaming, about anything he said during the interview, now would be a good time.
Ask away.
Obviously, please keep it respectful and age appropriate. Jake is 15 years old, and so we like to respect that fact that he's not an adult. Although, to be quite honest, you carry yourself better than most adults that I know. So, congratulations on already being awesome.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And I have, like I said, I have a frame of reference. I have a 15-year-old son. I have a 19-year-old son. And honestly, my 15-year-old son is incredibly impressive too. He's very kind and loving and intelligent and insightful. And so I'm not surprised that you have this level of maturity at your age. It's just it's not, but the majority of 15-year-olds aren't as mature as you, right? The majority of adults aren't as mature as you. So I mean, again, I keep saying this because I want to encourage you. I want this to for you to truly understand how impressive you are as a human being, and want to encourage you to keep promoting that positivity.
Yeah, just say positive is everything these days, and streaming's about positive, so just
Yeah,
keep
and
doing what you're doing.
that's another really great tip. I mean, we've hit on this a number of times, which is
Mm.
if you're positive, your community people appreciate that, and your viewers, they're going to keep coming back because that feels good to be around that.
Say for example, Fortnite streamers. Not, I'm not followed or subbed to every single Fortnite streamer out there. I follow some and sub to some, but I don't follow them all. And I wins me over is how they stream, what they're like, their positivity, how they speak, all those type of things.
Do you
And
find it hard as a battle royale player when people are like screaming and cussing into the mic if they die or something? How do you deal with that?
um, most of the time I do probably when I stream have just voice chat where people can't play it and all that type
Hmm.
of stuff. Um, and it sometimes happens. People can get annoyed. That's the same with every game. Everyone can get annoyed and all that type of stuff. But I think just keep doing what you're doing. If people swear, just either politely ask them, can we keep it PG? We're streaming here, blah blah blah. Um, and if they just keep doing it, it's just like I can mute the people in game. I
Hmm.
can just turn off voice chat in general. And it's up to you really how you want to deal with it.
So there, but I didn't know that. So there are ways to control, like if somebody's being unpleasant, you can mute them and not you don't have to listen.
Yes, it's like Discord, for example. I could just mute you right now and not be able to hear you. But
Well,
yeah,
that's a
that's
good
you can like.
tip. Yeah, I'm asking because I don't know, and I would like to pass this information on to other streamers who are, they you need to control the content on your page. You're responsible for it on D Live.
Mm,
So that's kind of where what I was asking.
yeah, just saw them. Maria Marika said, "What kind of sport do you play?" I play cricket and I do rock climbing and I used to do football or soccer in America.
Yes, I appreciate you clarifying. I mean, you know what though? To be fair, can I just say this as an American? Um, Americans should not be calling the game that we play football. We should be calling it handball, right? Soccer is football. You use your feet and you kick a ball. That's football. American football should be handball because you use your hands. I'm just saying. Just saying. It's probably not a popular opinion, but I'm autistic, so I think literally soccer is football. So I'm an American who says yes, we should call it football.
Mm. So there's so many different ways of how people say it, but
No,
I think Lino.
he said no. What about actual handball? Hey, that's by the way, Jake. Joe Beloki is my 19-year-old son.
Oh, hello there.
Yeah,
Hello.
Jobo, dude, Jojo. Jake is 15 years old. He's been streaming for 4 years. He got verified partner at 14 here on D Live. Like crazy impressive, huh? And by the way, yeah, there is actual handball, which is a lot of fun too.
Yeah, I love playing handball.
And by the way, Bad Doggy is one of my brothers.
Oh,
And
hello there.
he was talking to you earlier about branding and changing your name and
Mm,
branding.
I
Bad
saw that.
Doggy is actually the one who created my logo. He created all the overlays, all my transitions. He helped me set up OBS. Family is incredibly helpful and supportive.
Yeah, I think I need a new logo. But
Hey,
yeah,
Bad Doggy, he needs a new logo.
but yeah.
Yeah, we got to
Thank you.
be D. We need a D Live Jake, not a YouTube Jake.
Mm, I might just change my name to Jay Baldwin.
I mean, Jake, and I think Bad Dog, you made an interesting point earlier, Jake, which is if you change your name to D Live Jake Baldwin and rebrand it as that, and then something happens to D Live and you try to go somewhere else, now you got to create a whole nother brand again. But if
Mm,
you stick to like just Jake Baldwin, well, not just Jake Baldwin, just just comma Jake Baldwin, um, then you could be anywhere with it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
I think I have been thinking about changing my name, to be honest.
well, my Bad Doggy's the reason that my name is author Joe Holt and is looks the way it does and matches across all social medias because he was the one he runs as a business. He does web traffic for commercial websites and graphics design, web development, all that. But he's the one that actually taught me how important it was to be branded and for it to match across all platforms.
Mm. Say, just keep it across platforms, and when people, if they know you from Live or YouTube or any other site, for example, they can think, oh, off for Joe Holt, and they're looking on Twitter or Instagram or I don't know, and they see off Joe Holt, they'll be like, oh, that's the guy from D Live. Let's drop him a follow, and let's retweet this, or do you know what I mean? So it's just say keeping that consistency across all platforms. I do agree. I do agree with it. Keep it consistent, and it will help you.
Well, I even kind of fought him to be honest with you on it. I was like, I mean, I'll use the logo for D Live, and I'll use the logo for this, but I want to have a different picture for Facebook, and I want a different picture for Instagram. And he was like, no, that's not how you do it. And so I listened to him because he is a professional, and he nailed it. He's right. It's incredibly helpful.
Oh, cold then. But yeah, no. As I say, just keep it consistent.
Absolutely. All right, guys. So we don't want to keep Jake on too long, and it's already been an hour and a half, dude. I didn't even realize we've been talking that long already. It's amazing.
No,
So,
yeah, that flew.
so guys, if you have questions again for Jake, go ahead and ask him because we're gonna wrap this up in here in just a few minutes. Um, but again, Jake, the people that I have on this show, we call it Fireside Chats, live podcast with other D Live streamers. The reason that I have people on this show is a couple reasons. One, to get to know you better, right? But the way that I choose who is on the show is based on who's positive, who's loving, who is supporting the community. And at 15 years old, you are a shining example of what it is to be a D Live ambassador and to promote positivity in the community. So I just want to say thanks for being awesome.
Yeah, no, as I say, just like to do what I like to do, and to be able to help other people do what they want to do, um, it's such a good thing to do, I suppose. Helping people's great.
Well, and it's it helps you too, right? Like
Mm.
you don't help other people because it helps you, but helping other people does create positive ripple effect not only in the planet but also in your body. So you're actually helping yourself when you help other people.
Yeah, as I say, giving, I've helped one last round out his underflow, for example, and I'm not expecting all the time stuff from them, but most streams, Martin or one last round will come in and just, draw maybe an ice cream lemon, maybe occasionally a diamond, and I don't do it just to get all those donations. I do it just to help them out, So yeah, as they helping people, it can make you feel happy helping them. They can be happy. It's quite amazing when I dropped little Tidy an Ninjagini once, and he was so happy. He was like, oh my god," and it was like great. And and even though he's not allowed to donate back, but still giving him that Ninjagini, giving him those donations has really it made him happy. It made me happy, and it was good.
Dude, I'm again, you're an incredible human being. You are. I want to say if your parents are listening, you guys are rocking it out. You've got an incredible son who is a supportive, loving member of the community of D Live. Thank you for letting him stream. Thank you for helping him reach his goals because he is returning that tenfold to the platform. And thanks. I mean, just flat out from one parent to another, you guys are awesome. And thank you for what you're doing with this young man because it's working. And we can't give your parents all the credit, Jake. Like your hard work, your positivity, your attitude is the reason you're successful.
But yeah. As to say, I've to be honest with you, most of the actual stuff that I've got on my desk, my computer, all that type of stuff. It's actually where I have kind of actually bought it myself. Um, and all that, what's it called? All that type of things and everything. I'll just quickly send you a thing. For example, my setup picture, my setup now on Discord. That picture, there's a picture of my setup. And it's I've literally bought all that. A few things I got for free, from like works, my mum's work, for example, something like that. But it's like most of that there I have bought myself. Um,
I'm gonna make
that's
it.
all.
I'm gonna pull your picture up so they can see what you're talking about here.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
So
That's
he actually has 3 monitors plus a laptop plus a desktop plus the gaming chair. I mean,
plus
that's
another game PC now.
right. Plus another PC. Plus, now what is the tall white thing? Is that a microphone?
It's that my microphone actually isn't even on that picture. So the one, the white thing is a clock, a pen holder, and a lamp in one. Oh, and a phone charger. So it's like four things in one. It's like all
It,
what's it called? So
it looks like alien tech. That's all I'm saying.
but no, it's great for like just quite a good face cam because it's quite wide, it's bright, and that's what I'm actually using in my face. But it's good.
Well, I mean, that's awesome, man. That's awesome. I can tell you as an adult, it was difficult to come up with all the money necessary to buy all this stuff. Same, I have the same kind of setup, multiple computers, 3 monitors, all that, and it's impressive. It's super impressive. But yeah, so again, Jake, I just want to thank you for being here, man. You're an absolute awesome human being. You're incredibly helpful to other streamers, and you're interactive. You're positive. I don't think we could ask any more of any streamer on D Live.
Yeah, thank you for having me though as well. It's awesome opportunity.
Absolutely.
Really enjoyed it.
So if you guys have missed, if you're just joining us late, if you've missed any of this podcast, or if you like these podcasts on YouTube under Author Joe Holt, I put up every one of these fireside chats. So if you want to check out Jake's fireside chat, I'm going to upload it as soon as we get done here, and I'm going to give Jake a link to his interview so that he can share it with you guys. But it's this has been a really, really great interview, sir. And I just, again, I want to thank you for being available and coming on, even with such a busy schedule.
No, yeah, I've really enjoyed it actually.
All right,
um,
so if you hold on for me for 1 second, I'm going to wrap up the show, and then I'll be right back with you.
all right.
So, guys, this has been another Fireside Chat with author Joe Holt. It's a live podcast I do so you can get to know other D-Live streamers on a more personal basis, but also so we can share tips and tricks and helpful information, basically, for you guys, so that you can be a more successful streamer. And in this case, in Jake's case, just a better human being. I mean, he's an incredibly positive, productive young man, and I'm impressed. That's why I wanted to have him on the show. That's why we rescheduled it, and I kept offering to get him on here. So I really appreciate his time. I really appreciate your guys' time, and I love every one of you. If you ever want to talk, I do ton of talks when I hang out and just answer questions. I do these podcasts all the time. So again, thank you for being here. I'm going to drop a host now on somebody who was just on the podcast, Crash Bandycliff. He's another UK streamer. He does struggle with some depression issues, so we're trying to help him. We're trying to love on him, and I want him to know that the D-Live community is here for him. So if you guys don't mind, I'm going to host Crash Bandycliff now. If you will please stop in his chat and just tell him he's awesome. Tell him he's loved. Tell him that, and you don't have to mention my name. Just be like, you know what, dude, I'm here to show you some love, and encourage him. And that's what we're trying to do here on this platform, is support each other in real ways to create a better world, right? Not just on D-Live, but in the entire planet in general. So again, thank you guys for being here. I love you all, and I will see you again soon on Fireside Chats. So aloha for now, guys.